Well, hello, everyone. We are here at Browns OTAs, and it's football season again, Tom. Once they get out here for OTAs and they start practicing, it really starts rolling along. And we got a chance to see the full squad out here, at least most of them, for the first time in OTAs.
Yeah, and it's good for those guys to get back out there. Obviously, the first time we've seen Johnny on a football field since the Carolina game. So it was fun to watch him play. So we got to talk to Alex Mack today for the first time. So, yeah, it was a lot of catching up to do.
And you know what? It's hard to tell, too much on the first day of OTAs. But, I thought the quarterbacks looked pretty crisp for the most part. Again, it's day one. But, Josh McCown, he really has a command of the offense. He really knows what he's doing out there. You can see that he has a veteran presence. Then Johnny took the second team reps. So he's working behind Josh McCown, as we knew that he would. And, he did some good things. I think the ball's coming out well. And Josh McCown even mentioned that. He can really spin it. And you saw that today, especially on the shorter passes. A few of the longer ones wobbled a little bit, but you're going to have that. He was picked off once by K1 Williams. But for the most part, all in all, I thought they looked pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good start. One of the things you don't want to see, and I don't think we saw a ton of it, was the balls hitting the ground. And especially with Josh McCown, I mean, a guy who's been in the league for so long. And for the most part, I thought the guys did a pretty good job of that. Again, it's really hard to tell. And, one of the things that Terrence West was saying is you thought we ran it a lot last year. We're going to run it more this year. So it'll be interesting to see how DeFilippo's offense comes together.
And, there were some guys that were out here practicing today, some guys that weren't here. Alex Mack is back. Now, he didn't practice much today, but, he's making his comeback. He's back out on the field. We talked to him afterwards. He doesn't want to talk about the fact that he can opt out after this year. But, nice to see Alex back. We all know what happened when he left last year.
Yeah, it's really weird because it's funny that, he got the big contract last year and people are saying, oh, yeah, pay us under that much. Sadly, I think people really gained an appreciation for Alex Mack when he was gone, and I'm sure he wants to get back to that level because that offensive line was playing so well at the time of his injury.
Now, right now, Danny Shelton is not here, the Browns' number 12 overall pick. He's back at Washington getting his degree in anthropology, but the other number 1 pick, Cam Irving, was here, and with Mack out, he got an opportunity to spend a lot of time at right guard today.
Yeah, and we also had a chance to talk to John Greco, and John Greco's thing was, look, every year I've been here, I've had to compete for my job, so this is nothing new. It's good to have depth, being the team guy that he is, saying the right things. And the other thing, of course, is we don't know where he's going to end up. Maybe he ends up at right tackle. Maybe he ends up at right guard. Mike Pettin was saying that they want to try to use him everywhere right now to see kind of where he's going to best fit. But I think we know it's either going to be right guard or right tackle.
And John Greco right now with Alex Mack taking his time getting back in there is working at center. So they're moving some pieces and parts around. Phil Taylor actually got some work in today. I didn't think he really would. He wore a brace on the right, surgically repaired knee, and he was in there even in some 11 on 11. So I think that's a very good sign for him.
Yeah, and especially after we saw him at the golf tournament. Maybe that knee was just a little stiff, but to see him at the golf tournament a week ago, I would not have bet that he was as full go as he was. And, of course, Pettin said that he believes by training camp he will be full go. So that's obviously good news for the team.
And Duke Johnson, the running back, he was not here today. Craig Robertson not here either. Those guys, I believe both of them had travel issues because of the storms in Houston. So those guys should be back in a couple of days. And when they do get here, I think Duke Johnson will press Terrence West and Isaiah Crowell for some playing time.
I absolutely agree. I think it's going to be, Mary Kay, it's going to be, everyone's always interested in the quarterbacks, but that's going to be one of the most interesting position battles out there, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Terrence West was saying, hey, bring it on. Let's see how this works. I tried to get him going. Last year they did not want to have 3 guys. They all admitted they did not want to have 3 guys running the ball. He says, hey, that's up for the coaches to decide. I can only control what I can control.
Another couple of positions to watch, of course, the wide receiver position. Vince Maley, the rookie, has a cast on, so he's not really able to contribute much now, but it's a year where Brian Hartline's going to have to step up. Dwayne Bowe is going to have to step up and contribute, and I saw them throwing the ball a lot to the tight ends today.
Yeah, and that's a position, by me personally, I've been a little critical of their decision not to draft a tight end, but I know that they think that they've got a couple of these guys, even the undrafted guys, the kid from Iowa State, they feel that he can jump in and maybe make a little bit of a contribution, but it is going to be very interesting to see how that position plays out.
And And then last but not least, just talk a little bit about the secondary. Right now, Tayshaun Gibson still not here. We knew he wouldn't be here. Maybe he'll be back for the mandatory minicamp, but he's at home training in Dallas. He's a restricted free agent, not under contract right now, and making a little bit of a statement. And Justin Gilbert was working with the second team today behind Tremont Williams.
Yeah, and that's certainly understandable when you bring in a veteran of Tremont's experience with Super Bowl winner so many times in the playoffs. And, of course, you just want to keep pushing Justin. You don't want to give Justin anything. Make him earn anything he gets. And we had a chance to talk to Dante Whitner. He likes kind of the attitude the kid has right now. And, of course, it's a long way to go, but it's a good start.
And, of course, we wanted to talk to Johnny Manziel today, but he wasn't quite ready yet. We've got 2 more OTAs coming up over the next 2 weeks, heading into the minicamp, and I'm sure we'll hear from him one of those times. For now, that's it for cleveland.com.